When Nissan launched the Qashqai back in the early noughties, no one really knew what to expect. It bridged the gap between family hatchback and compact 4x4, and it proved to be a huge success, selling over 300,000 cars to date. So it only made sense that Nissan applied the same crossover treatment to its Nissan Juke. Just look at those protruding headlamps, wide grille and muscular curves. Even those rear lights have been inspired by the 370Z Sports Coupe. It really does look like a super mini that's been fed a course of steroids. Especially this one, the range-topping Juke Nismo RS. Inside, the dash is logically laid out, and although the plastics aren't up there with the best in class, they're not offensive either. And there are some neat little touches, like this gearbox housing, which was inspired by a motorbike fuel tank. Also, another area where the Juke really stands out, especially with this second generation version, is the personalisation, where you can colour code bits of trim depending on your taste. Space has been sacrificed in the interest of styling though. This sloping roofline means taller passengers may struggle with both head and legroom. The boot is a little on the small side, but it can be expanded thanks to these split folding rear seats. As we mentioned earlier, this is the range-topping Nismo RS, which comes with a 215 bhp, 1.6-litre petrol turbo engine, and will give most other hot hatches a real run for its money. In fact, it does the 0 to 60 mph dash in only 7.8 seconds. That's only 1 second slower than a Golf GTI. It is more spirited to drive, but plant the throttle hard and the steering wheel squirms heavily. It really is a car that you need to keep the revs high in to get the most out of it. The steering is well weighted and precise, however the taller ride means it can lean a bit more than your conventional hot hatch. Not everyone will opt for performance, so for more real-world driving, we'd opt for the 1.5-litre DCI diesel, as it offers a nice drive combined with affordable running costs. That's what we think, but what about our group of young drivers?
The Juke for me probably is quite practical on my day-to-day. Once the floor's been put down, it looks like you could fit a lot of kit in there. Personally for me, the styling is a little bit too top-heavy. It's quite bulky at the front. I prefer slightly more sort of sporty looking cars. The sat-nav is fantastic, and although I'm not completely sure about the display lower down here, which I think is quite hard to see.
I think the Juke is a really good all-rounder. It looks great, and it's also really practical in the sense that you've got the big boot and you've also got lots of interior space, but then again it seems like it's quite a small package, so when you're driving it you don't really feel like you're lugging around a big truck. You're sort of just, you feel like you're actually in something as small as like a Ford Focus, which I actually find really good because it means that I can get everything in it, but I haven't got trouble manoeuvring around car parks. I really like all the detailing that comes with this car. I think the Juke has got a little extra something with its styling that other cars don't have. So I mean, even like this really interesting sort of cover over the Speedo, which is like this really nice suede leather, which is really like a nice little touch. And I think all of this is really easy to use, and I really like the camera for reversing. So if you are in a situation where you can't quite see what's behind you while you're parking, you can just switch that on and you know you're not going to hit anything.